Hello, people. This is Zara for Transy, and this week's topic is disowning your family. Obviously not something a lot of people want to do. Some people do, but not a lot of people. But sometimes, especially in being a trans person, you don't always have a choice. Sometimes you come out and they're non-supportive and they're like, you're a fucking freak. Either you, I don't know, if you're gonna do this, you're getting the fuck out of my house. Shit like that. I don't know. I can say that there was a time in my life where, and this was before I came out, the idea of running away was a lot better than my coming out, because I figured that something similar would happen to me anyway, so, I figured I'd just skip telling them and just kind of go. But I didn't do that. And I told my parents and my family, and they all accepted me, and I have their full support. So, I just kind of had to do it and see what their reaction was. If, however, you are in that situation, like, should you, shouldn't you? It really depends on the circumstances, because you really don't want to not have family. I mean, they're always there to help you, for the most part. If they're a good family, they're always there to help you. And you don't want to lose that, so don't lose it. However, you won't always have their full support, especially, I don't know, say you come out to them and they're like, no, you're not doing that. Well, I don't know, all you can really do is not abide by their wishes, because, I mean, it's your own life, and you know what's best for you. So, but I would try to avoid ditching the family at all costs, because, I mean, you don't want to do that. You want to have a family. So, yeah, just, fuck, it's hot. If, however, that is the case, then, well, that sucks for you, but I suppose sometimes that's all you can really do. Or maybe just even disown one person and talk to the rest of your family. I mean, if you're older, then, like, I don't know, but, and I find that people, because I've met a couple of people who have done that, and I find that they don't, I guess, turn out the same, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain it, but they're more cautious, I think. I don't know if that's the right word, but like, if you're in a bad situation, say, I don't know, you have an abusive father, an alcoholic, rapes, whatever, then that is the kind of thing that I would try and get out of. But most of the times families aren't like that. They're good people. They want to help you. They love you. So try to not do that. And yeah. I don't know. And, if you're like me, and when I was, I don't know, 15, 16, before I came out to my family, and you were thinking that rather than come out, you're just gonna run away, don't do that. Don't do it. Because seriously, I seriously, like, misinterpreted, I guess, how I thought my whole family would take it. And I thought that basically I'd be one of those cases where I was thrown out, so I didn't want to be thrown out. I guess, yeah, running away would have been better, is what I thought. But if that's what you're thinking too, don't do it. Just come out and deal with it, and deal with what they have to say. If they're positive about it, then that's great. If they're not, then, well, at least you know. I guess if you run away, then you'll never have known, I don't know, my plan was to run away to, I don't even know where. I I think I wanted to go to Europe. And I still love Europe and want to move to Europe, but I'm not running away there. But I would have never known what they would have thought had I told them. And so I did tell them, and they're supportive. However, if I had told them and they weren't supportive, what would I have done then? I don't know. I think likely I would have moved out of the house, got a job, and done it anyway. Just, because how old was I when I told them? I was 17, I believe, when I told them. So, when I'm like 18, graduate high school, whatever, I move out, I find a job, and I do it anyway. So, and that's kind of what I did regardless, but I had their support. Like, I moved out, and I got a job and was going to school for a semester, and I started my transition. But I was lucky enough to have their support still. Because, families are great. Say 1 month you can't make rent. As much as I hate doing this, I hate asking people for money because it makes me feel like a mooch, but sometimes there's no other option. So if that was the case, if I was short on rent 1 month, I knew I could call up my mom or my dad and ask them, hey, can I borrow like $200? And I seriously hate doing that because neither of my parents are in a good financial situation. So I know that they don't really have the money to spare, but that they want to help me out. And yeah, that's basically it. And families are good like that. So you don't want to lose that. Because I think it's pretty rare that you'll find friends that'll do things like that for you, to be quite honest. Even like your best friend, like they're not going to help you out in times like that. That's what I found in life. So, try to keep your family. That's really it. So yeah, this has been Zara for Trans Youth. If you have any questions, transyouthchannel@gmail.com. And the usual, comment, subscribe, and you guys are awesome and all that, so